Okay, I kinda just wanna show Joe. Hopefully you can see the screen. I'm just taking a game, just like from the recent games. I'm only picking this one because this is like one of the 2 games that I'm able to download, so I can show you. So let's start. I'm gonna pick everything in 4.5 speed. Origin, I would want this speed. Okay, so first things first, you're in this lane, taking control. I like this, like you're trying to take control of the lane. I would say you have to be like, a bit careful, but since you do have like the 2 wards here, it's okay. Like it's good to go for this way because you do have like better control of the wave, of the lane. But just be wary of Organa Q. But anyways, you should also like look at your ADC, like where he is at, because the moment like you're separated and you get hit by a bind or you're like stuck, you might even just get auto to death. But I like to play where you take control of the wave of the lane early on in the game. That's very good. So we're here, here, and here, and this, it's one thing I would say is like that I noticed is that against like champions that have like a ability that like only connects to one thing, I tend to see you like, instead of hiding behind the minions, you play in the like spaces where they can hit you. And if you're doing it like for like, trading, you wanna like try to trade with him. Of course, you're gonna have to step out of the safe area which is behind your minions. But if you're just like laning, like I don't see a point. I don't see a reason why you are like in here unless you are deliberately trying to bait it out. That makes sense. But I can just see like you're just autopiloting, so you're not doing that. Oh, I saw something here. Okay, so right again, like you should try to, like, a general rule of thumb is to like play parallel with your ADC or with anybody actually. I think when you're playing with a teammate or any other character, like there's simply no point in like standing so close next to them. Like, unless you're playing like a champion that like actually has like an ability that helps each other by staying close. I don't see a point in like this, like staying like side by side to them. So I think it's another rule of thumb to like, if you're playing bot, stay parallel with your AC. Like you're here and he's here, or like the other way around. Try to also be like in the same like kind of like line as your ADC. I would say just not get too close, because now you're risking it, making it easy to get hit. And when 2 enemies are close, when 2 allies are close, one of them gets hit. Okay, your friend is probably gonna take collateral damage from like other spells that are like AoE. Or let's say they get hit, but it's because you are like making it hard for them to dodge. And another thing, like your ADC, let me see. Your ADC already realizes like, okay, this is not a safe space anymore, and he immediately walks back. It might look like maybe like a 0.5 or like 1 second thing, but like just keeping this in mind means that you don't have to like preemptively, you don't have to like use mechanics. You can just preemptively go back, preemptively go back, preemptively go back. But you, thankfully your AD like understand this quickly. But you, because you don't understand it, you're getting hit. And instead of let's say like you're staying here, right? You stay here and you walk back, or even like you stay here. It's hard for them to like hit you. Of course, like it's better to be here, or it's better to be here, so that nobody gets hit. But now you're here and like, oh, I want to dodge. You go up, and like your mouse is probably already here, and like it takes a long time to like flick up and move, right? And plus you need to like react to this because you fucked up. Even though you had vision, you have full vision here. So general rule of thumb in League is like, don't try to mechanically like beat the opponent, especially on things like these, right? Like the majority of League mechanics is actually just thinking ahead of time. And right now you have like all the like known factors, and playing with League is just like trying to like play preemptively with the unknowns and the knowns. Right now he has all the knowns, which means the only way you could fuck up is if you're a chud and you fucked up and you're a chud. You get hit. Okay. I think that's enough for like the relating part, because I think, yeah, you're doing the same thing, right? Instead of walking back to the minions, like behind the minion, you for some reason decide to like just walk back straight. Because like I understand you're trying to poke, but every time you're playing poke into poke matchup, especially with like Morgana or like anybody with like a long range CC, the best thing to do is like go in and out of like the kind of like area where you're able to get hit. And here, like all you did was you went out of safety and into danger, so they can hit them. Okay, that makes sense. But actually, when you're playing Brand, you don't even have to get out of the safety net, because your W, it goes through minions, right? Maybe like your QE, I understand. Sorry, just your Q. But you're just hitting W, you can stay in the minions. She upgraded Q, which means she doesn't have an AoE spell, so you don't have to worry about trading health and health in the minions, in the safety net of the minions. But instead you just walked up and got yourself into more danger. Okay. He's also bad. And your ADC is good. That's why, even though you fucked up so badly, it actually looks like you're kind of winning in the health department. But it is not because you're good. It's because he is trash and your ADC is good. It's a chud that missed the minion. I missed another minion, what a chud. There, again, like here it's like you're not really like how do I say it? You're not really making a play by staying here too much, unless like you're here to like protect against this guy. But the timers are really long, like, and usually you do this when you have a ward here, right? Kind of just like so like kind of scare off anybody who's coming here. You can poke them out with some damage. But here it's like it's better for you to look at the wave, like there's so much space for him to hit you in this area, right? Whereas for him, like it's hard for you to hit him because he has like this kind of like safety net advance. Sure, you can hit him here, right? But kind of like the amount of space you give him to hit you is really wide. The way he plays is very predictable, but that's okay. And not to mention like his threat level when he hits somebody is a lot higher than when you hit somebody, right? So Morgana is like one of the champions where like she does a lot with like 1 or 2 ability hits, and you actually need to hit like 2 or 3 abilities consistently. The good thing is that because of this you have really low cooldowns, and she has really high cooldowns. So the way you think of it is like the way you win as Brand is you want to whittle them down, and you want to like focus on like being able to abuse like the fact that you have lower cooldown than him, and that he has higher cooldown than you. But you also need to keep in your mind that you might get cooked if you get hit by one ability. I think that's enough for like that. Yeah. Here's okay. See? Like you can add the damage here. That's fine. You need to be aware of this side, but it's not really that worrisome. Like, see what I mean? Like, you didn't take into account that he could have killed this minion, right? The supports can do that. Like their item, you can do it too. You can abuse this fact. That's like how fights can happen because of this little thing. And instead of like since you're not walking up to poke, right? You're just walking like you're just playing the game, just chilling. But instead of being in the safety net over here, right? There's like a bunch of minions here. You decide to be here. And maybe you're thinking like, oh, but I want to be parallel with my ADC. So the reason why you want to be parallel with your ADC is that, one, so you don't get hit by spells at the same time, like you and your ADC. And two, it's so that when somebody does get caught, the other person can pressure, right? Like, let's say here, wave is pushing. It's actually, honestly, I think Den also played it a bit poorly here. Not bad, but a bit like less than optimal. Since you do have the wave pushing right here, people think like, oh, wave pushing, you just go back and leave. Now wave pushing, which means you'll have a higher chance of hitting the enemy without them being able to hit you because you have so much minions to block their abilities. So it's time for you to walk up around here and still the safety net to be able to hit them because they can't hit you easily. But here just get cooked. Again here like I don't know what you're doing. You're low and you're walking forward, you're very near to ADC. It's like it's better to like stay around here, right? Put a ward down because you don't know where this guy is. He might build the tree gank. And unless you're playing this side, if you're playing this side, but you need to be very careful. Okay, just very careful for playing here. But generally, for most people, it's better to just play a safer route. Okay, now let's see what you do. You recall, okay. This is okay. I like this actually. You're looking at the map. I can see that you're looking at the map at least. You're not just blindly recalling. Here. I think it's okay. I think it's okay-ish. I think the only thing I would say is that you didn't back off as quickly as enough, but it's not the worst thing. It's like everybody does this. And then yeah. So here, since you guys are both low, except that the enemy team does have like higher HP, this is a really kind of bad wave state for you. So, I'm not gonna talk about wave state because you're probably gonna get fucking brain damage listening to me talk about wave state. But let's talk about like your deaths here. I think again you were playing kind of like super close to ADC, which makes it easy for them to hit either you, him, or both of you guys. Yeah, you just get cooked here. Do you have sums here? Let me go back. Where are you? You do have sums. Do you have sums? Let me check. Yeah, you do have sums. Yeah, you do have sums, okay. Another rule of thumb is like, your sums, maybe they're high cooldown, but they're not that high. So please just use them. Like, using your summoner spells more often than not is gonna help you win more games, rather than you saving them for tomorrow. Like, saving a flash is like saying, I'm gonna skip out on like a free meal right now because now I might have a better meal next time. Which in theory it makes sense a lot of the time, but you don't put it to the account, like you don't like factor in the fact that, you know, you might not get a free meal next time. You might not get a better meal next time, right? You need to think about that. Okay, anyways, that's enough of the laning phase. Let's talk about your deaths. Let's see how you died. Okay. Again here, you walk outside of the safety net and you're not very good at dodging, and there's vision here, which means and not to mention the wave is pushing towards you, or like most of the wave is here, which means that there's not really much of a reason to walk up. You fucked up. I think you understand like what I said before. It's the same concept, same everything, it's the same mistakes. Okay. Let's see again. Let's see how you died here. Okay, you walked up here. Walking up here when you have no vision on these guys, like, do you have any wards here? You didn't buy a ward, I think. No, you didn't buy a ward. So you're just walking around here when you have no idea where they are. And you didn't put a ward down, and you know that Morgana is very like a, you know, if it's a Q, it's over for you. Okay. And I get poked down. And instead of running immediately, you decide to fight him. And like, I just want you to think about it for a second, like, in what world do you owe to Brand, who doesn't hit his abilities, who's playing against Morgana, one level down, is gonna win that fight? You might survive the fight while walking home, but with him, definitely not. Exactly. So another thing you gotta think about is like, you need to think about your place in the game. How strong are you? Like, by how strong I mean like, what can you do with your champion? What can't you do with your champion? And what's there to shut you down? So you need to think about that all the time in the game. You need to think about like your place in the game. I think that's like probably the best advice I can give you, is like understanding your place in the game as it happens. And right now you're very weak, and you're doing something that even a fed carry might not do. So why is someone very weak doing it? Okay, let's see here. How you died. Again, walking up, no vision, no nothing. And you know they're both there. And you know like they have long range abilities. You know you could get hit. Your ADC is low as fuck. You can't come fight. You need to go back. What you should be doing in this situation is let your ADC recall, okay? make sure that the wave stays there, but don't lose your life doing it. Okay. And by the time your AC comes back, you'll be able to save him 3 or 4 minutes, and the wave state will be better for him. Now, with this here, you get caught, you get killed. Your ADC survives, but I think he should have just backed up anyways. But it's fine. By fine I mean like, no, it's bad. It's bad for both of you. Both of you did really bad things, but you did the worst thing. And now, not only I assume he used the summon. Yeah, he used the summoners. He used the flash. Not only do you lose your life, your ADC loses his sums, and he's gonna lose the wave. Oh. Thankfully he got this, but this is like a very rare case scenario, and he got very lucky. But even then, your ADC has to risk walking back home here because he doesn't know what a Nocturne is. He doesn't know where this, like, if he's gonna go push it to find him. So your ADC is losing tempo. He's losing waves. Hold on.
A summoner has reconnected.
Yeah. He's losing waves, and now it's kind of starting like a slight slow push towards the enemy base, which is kind of bad because one, you guys are behind, and it's not behind because your ADC can't farm or they have more farm, but it's because they're behind because of you. You guys are behind because of you. You fucked up. And there's not really a dragon coming soon, I think. Where's the dragon timer? Yeah, but I don't think there's a dragon coming soon. Hold on. Yeah, there's no dragon coming soon. Which means there's no point in having like a slow pushing wave here. And a slow pushing wave when you have a lot of minutes here is good if you are like winning and you can actually do some damage and poke them down. But since you're not, it's better to have the wave around here, so that later on your jungler can come help you, your mid laner can come help you, or it just make it like much safer to farm. Here, I think you're just covered. I don't know how you got here. I would say this was unfortunate, but I would also say like nah, I would say it's unfortunate. Okay, here you're a fucking idiot. Like the past few 30 seconds, it's like, okay, it's like, if I was blinded, I'll be unsure of whether I'll be fighting or not as well. But I'll probably still run anyways, because I did see my teammate die, like in the thing, the tab thing. But here it's like, again, you need to understand your place in the game. You're level 5. 10 minutes in, you're level 5. Right, 10 minutes to level 5. You have no ult. You have sums. You have flash and ignite, okay. But you don't have ult. You're 3 levels down, and you are half an item down. In what world do you win against Nocturne? Even if you are the same level, if you're the same level and same item as Nocturne, you're 1 item in, and you're the same level, which is, you know, unlikely. If you don't have ult, even if you have ult, right, you wouldn't win here. Like you could, like here. Hold on. Fast forward a bit. you saw here. If you wanted to kill him hypothetically, right? What you would do is you would go here, hug this wall so this vision doesn't get you. W and Q, but make sure the W hits first. Q, E, Alt, let it bounce once. Ignite, flash out, and you would kill him if you're the same level, same items in. But you're not. Not only did you play it horribly, you have a really like bad sense of like the game, or like where you are in the game. I think that's too much. I don't want to talk too much. I think like every other death is probably like the similar thing, where it's like you don't understand your place in the game. You don't understand that you're weak. Yeah. You don't understand that you're weak.